a work party of our friends and neighbours that live near us. There's going to be a toilet and a shower for use by people that are staying on the land.
We're working on a sponsor who might give us a bell tent, so I'm really excited about that. Some more about that when we know.
What was it you called it?
No idea. Fire.
Not a fire, no.
Evening.
Hello, welcome back to the Wildlands.
And today it's a Wednesday waffle. So what are we doing today, Missy?
Today we're going to have a look at everything that we have planned for 2023 and a quick look back over everything we've achieved this year.
So enjoy tonight's episode.
It's a bit of a long list, our plans for 2023.
It is, but we're going to try and not waffle, even though it is a Wednesday Wildlands waffle.
A little bit of waffling. Number one, swales. You know, we're planning to put swales in, water catchment. We're going to get our digger friend back in, hopefully. We haven't asked him yet.
No.
And a work party of our friends and neighbours that live near us, and we're going to dig our swales in.
We are. So swales, if you've not seen the video, are basically mounds of earth that keep water trapped and give you a plume, but there is a video, so have a look back on that.
Next is our cabin build. It's been started, it's got a bit of a flaw, but we hope to get it finished next year, and Rosie's going to have a room in there. There's going to be a toilet and a shower for use by people that are staying on the land, and there will be a room for rent with a little garden. That's the big project, I think. The bathroom facilities for people staying on the land are also going for camper vans, so that leads us nicely onto the next one, which is a couple of camper van parking spots.
So yeah, we've got the parking spot that we've shown you a couple of times in previous videos as you enter the land. That's almost finished. We've been saying for weeks we've just got the wood chip to put down. We haven't done that yet, but it is basically ready, so as soon as somebody wants to come and stay for a longer term stay in that park up on some nice wood chip with a picnic area, we'll make sure it's ready.
Yep, and we want to pop a little fence around there as well in case you want to bring your dog and let it loose in your own little area. And
we'll also have hard standing park ups for one or two other campers as well, and hopefully getting a bell tent as well.
Yes, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would.
You could have camping and still have the shower toilet facilities.
We're actually working on a sponsor who might give us a bell tent, so I'm really excited about that. Some more about that when we know.
We plan to do lots of growing, of course. It's one of our big passions. I'm going to go full out on my vegetables and herb garden, and now that we've learned everything about last year, I know where I'm going to put my shade up and how I'm going to do my plants. We've got the big pump. We'll have lots of water. And
do you remember last year, it was probably about this time, we were talking about getting a really big polytunnel, and we were really excited, weren't we? And then it transpired that we couldn't afford said big polytunnel. However, we've got a sponsorship. So whilst we're not getting a massive polytunnel, we are getting a 20-odd foot polytunnel, which is going to be given to us by Vivor. So when we've got that, we'll show it going up. So that's really exciting, because it means that not only do we have our cold frame, but we can get bigger plants and also work in the dry when it's raining in our new polytunnel. So hopefully that's coming after Christmas. So more on that when we know as well. I want to do some planting in the chicken run as well. That's been a plan of mine for this year as well, but I just couldn't quite get things going. I've done lots of research, and I know I'm desperately trying to find Siberian pea shrubs. I can find seeds of them online, but I quite like to get established ones, and they're particularly good because they're edible. So the shrub provides shade for your chickens, and then when the pea pod things have grown and they fall down in the autumn, the chickens can come and eat them. And some other plants like roses and lavender and so on, just be a little bit nice for them. A bit more enrichment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Markets.
So we also yesterday, which I didn't film, but I will do next time we go because it was absolutely stunning. We went to an open air off-gridders market in Monsanto. Monsanto itself is absolutely beautiful. It's a cobbled village up in the hills, and the market is an off-grid market because everybody that's selling there is somebody who lives off-grid and has items that they've grown, made, sown, had bees making or what have you.
Oh, it was fantastic.
So fantastic. So we're going to be doing markets there next year. We do have some very good ideas, even though I say so myself, which we're going to keep as a surprise while we prepare. So hopefully mid to late spring next year we might be able to get that going. Yep,
and Rosie's thrilled because she'd like to do more markets as well as having her jewellery in the shop.
So we'll basically be doing one stand, but Rosie will have her jewellery, I'll have some plants and other bits, and you'll have your new secret idea.
Another build that we have planned is a cat conservatory. The kitty cats love to come outside, but it's not safe for them to roam there's so many predators and there's snares in the woods, there's hunters and so on. So at the moment they come out for walks on their leads and they stay tethered and they sit outside in the summer. But if we build them a conservatory, they can be loose in that. So I think they're going to love that. We're going to give them lots of levels so they can jump around and they can watch the wildlife but not kill it as well. That's the other big plus.
And on a similar subject, you might recall a couple of weeks ago in the video with Greg and Lou, we were putting in the fence posts so that we could fence around the kitchen and the shade house so that the doggos could also be free. Next week after Christmas, in the next Sunday vlog, we have completed that area and put in some gates up as we speak today.
Oh, the next one on the list is exciting. For my birthday, Dom got me a bathtub.
As you do.
It's a great present when you live off grid. So we're going to carry the bathtub halfway down the land, find a nice spot for it, and then design some kind of ingenious water heating system. What was it you called it?
No idea. Fire.
Not a fire. No.
Like a hot box.
No, we're gonna make the fire separate to the bath, and then there'll be pipe coming into the bath and then pipe going back out, and it circulates the hot water over the fire that's over there with a flue, so you don't get smoke. And that should mean that your bathtub never gets like ridiculously hot. It keeps it circulating. That's
right. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now, but we did discuss that. I think it was over several beers with Paul, I believe.
Yes.
So basically, as the water heats, it sucks through convection, I think.
Yeah.
And the cold water and the hot water create a circle of movement, so then your bath is nice and warm, and cold water keeps getting warmer.
Yeah, and then we have ideas for maybe some kind of screens, plants, stuff we can do around it, so it's a little bit private. But if we do it halfway down the hill, then there's nobody that'll see us there anyway.
No, other than the cow farmer, but...
Well...
It's exciting though.
It is, yeah. I look forward to having a proper soak in a bathtub.
Yep.
Next on the list, a gate. We want to put a gate in at the beginning of the land, don't we?
We did. We've spoken about that in previous videos. Yep. And I mentioned that we had an iron one that we liked that we couldn't afford. So I've designed one out of wood. I've got all the parts now. And again, I've been saying for weeks that I'll get that built and show you what it looks like. I haven't even started it.
The rain has stopped play on a lot of things. It's not only is it not fun at all to work when it's pouring down with rain, which it has been, but of course it makes all the wood very wet and hard to handle. And then recently we've had a few bunches of processionary caterpillars, which are dangerous because they're hares, and they've been marching down the trees at completely the wrong time of year. So that stopped us from picking up the sticks that we liked. But that's a plan for next year. There will be a gate on the land, and that'll be lovely.
Absolutely, I'm excited about that.
And finally, the main thing that we need to do next year is learn Portuguese.
Absolutely,
We need to really ramp up. I've been learning a little bit here and there, but I think...
Yeah, again, we've mentioned it a few times. Obviously, we've got our visa, which is fabulous news. I'll talk a bit about that later on in the video, but obviously now we've got it. It was kind of hard to be motivated to do some things when we were sort of in limbo, but now we're not in limbo. Definitely, I'd love to be able to speak good Portuguese, especially to talk to the locals and the farmers and the old boys that we see on tractors who always stop to talk, and they must have so much knowledge. I'd just love to invite them around for a wine, so that's a mission, learn Portuguese.
Yeah, and that'll be ongoing for the whole year. So this time next year, hopefully we'll make a video and go, we said we wanted to learn Portuguese, and then we'll go and talk lots of Portuguese to you.
Yeah, a good accent there.
I know, that's my best Portuguese. So that sums up
that we have planned for next year.
And some of them are big and long and massive. And
so I think the exciting thing is just a couple of weeks ago we got the great news about our visa, which is so fabulous. Still hasn't really sunk in, but now we're here. This is our place. We're on the Wildlands and we've got our visas. The next stage is in April. We have to get our biometric cards. So when we know what that entails, we'll tell you how that goes and talk you through that process for those of you that might also be applying for visas. So Christmases are coming, or you might be watching this after Christmas. And if either way, have a great Christmas, happy Christmas. Thanks for all your support this year. It's been fabulous, isn't it?
It has. And we'll have a little look back over what we've achieved this year, I think. what a fantastic year this has been. We've made quite a few videos, I feel, that were sort of a bit doomy and gloomy, but it was always the visa that overshadowed everything, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, and it was a hard year as well, actually, thinking about it, running out of water and so on. But when I look back at it, all I can see is the fantastic bits.
Yeah.
So if I can summarise quickly...
I'll stay quiet. That'll shorten it by 2 hours.
As little waffle as possible. We built the chicken coop and the chicken emporium around the coop.
And got chickens.
Which fulfilled my lifelong dream of having chickens. I love the chickens, they're great. We grew a ton of vegetables and fruit and flowers and all sorts. Had some really good harvests off of there. We installed the pump at the well with pipes and the IBC water catchment systems and everything. We built a cold frame and started all our seeds in there. That helped massively, getting everything going. We built a kitchen outside and put a roof over it, a kitchen table, and improved the shade house as well. We cleaned out the well, which was horrendous and sticky and smelly and horrible, but it was a job well done.
I did my backing while cleaning the well out.
That's right, Dom sat down for 3 weeks. We built the beautiful archway and the fence leading down to the chicken emporium. We've had so many people come and stay on the Wildlands. That was a massive, wonderful thing about this year, I think, for me. We've had friends come in to stay with us that just was so lovely. And we've had complete strangers come and stay with us that have turned into friends. And lots of them have gone and bought land nearby. That's
it's fabulous, isn't it?
Magic. Rosie sold her jewellery at several markets, which was thrilling for her. She made quite a stack of money.
She made enough money to get herself a, an Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
That's how well she did. So that's
amazing.
Fabulous. So proud of her.
We survived the 3 months at 40 degrees, even though we didn't think that we would.
No.
And during that time, because we were at the lake lots, I learnt to stand up paddleboard, standing up, which is pretty cool. We visited England a few times between us.
We did, for work in your case, and to see friends and family and my mum and so on in my case.
And then finally all of us together to apply for the visas.
Yeah, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah. We've added a kitten and a puppy to our clan.
Yeah, and a chicken.
Oh, several chickens, lots of chickens. And we've grown on YouTube by 3,000 subscribers and 500,000 views in a year. That's nuts.
I know, it's crazy.
That's amazing.
When I think about YouTube, just with a bit of extra waffle here, when people feel, like a channel that's large is like, say, 250,000 or above, for me, I just find it incredible that sometimes, or any time, a video will get between 5 and 20,000 views, and when we do our premieres, sometimes we have 400 or 500 people or 200-300 people.
It's crazy.
And I just find that staggering, even though we're considered quite a tiny channel. I just find it amazing that so many of you are supporting us and watching our crazy journey.
That people are that interested in setting up off-grid or leaving the rat race or coming out to Portugal or just like watching us bimbling about, not knowing what we're doing.
Learning as we go.
And the final thing on the list, the biggest achievement of 2022, we got our visas!
So it's been a good year.
Yeah,
and
it's been amazing.
Next year is going to be interesting because I think we're going to be like really gung-ho to do stuff, and we have no money at all, so we're going to have to achieve amazing things on a small budget. It's
going to make it even more interesting.
It is.
It's going to be fantastic. We're going to be scavenging and multi-purposing, and it's going to be good. I'm so looking forward to it.
So I have hinted before, I'm going to come out to you guys and ask for your support, and we're going to do a GoFundMe. And sometimes I've thought about it and I'm not sure it's the way to go, but so many people have said, both friends and you, our supporters, have said we should do. So we're going to have multiple ways that you can support us next year with advanced booking of camper van spaces or maybe advanced bookings on the cabin, and then we're going to try and raise the money to be able to build a cabin so people can stay, but it's not just like an Airbnb kind of holiday let, it's so that also we have the facilities that people can come here and learn with us, help us learn about growing in a drought scenario, about permaculture,
learning how to go off grid and get the benefit of our experience with helping other people find land and set up, and our year and a bit of doing it ourselves.
Absolutely. So my opinion is that by using a platform like GoFundMe, we're kind of leveraging the power of social media and our supporters, and in return we can give you more content about what we do with our cabin, how we collect water, how we keep our pond going, and all the other exciting things that we've got planned.
And I'm sure we can come up with some perks for people.
Absolutely, I've got a lot of ideas, so that's another thing that's coming next year. So
We're going to be busy.
We're going to be busy,
Oh,
but
my
it's
goodness,
exciting.
It's so exciting. Can't
It
wait.
is.
So I hope you have a very lovely Christmas,
And a happy new year.
and we'll see you again soon on the Wildlands.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.